Let's get it. Let's beef. Let's start with the phones. This is the time and place to complain. As soon as the segment's over, stop. But this is the time and place. 1-800-636-8686. We are going to start with the phones instead of the written beefs. Let's go to New Mexico. Tyler, you're going to set the tone, my man. You're first up. Tyler, what is your beef?
Hey, man. What's up, baby?
What's up, dude?
Hey, I got two short beefs today. Why aren't they larger? Number one, my bank account. Number two, my dong. Buy me some tennis and Cracker Jack. Out.
Did he just say, I've got a beef? Why aren't these two things larger? My bank account and my dog? Oh. Chalk says, no, that's not what he said. I couldn't hear over the dog what he said. Oh, dong. Sorry about that, bro. You're right. Those are two things that generally you want to be large. The two things that you mentioned. But I couldn't hear you over the dog. 1-800-636-8686. This dude's got a beef with his bank account. It's not bigger. I got something for you, Ty. Work harder. If you want a bigger bank account, work harder or get a better job. I got something else for you. Peter Guber told me this back in the day. SYM. Save your money. All right, let's go this time to Richmond. Stu in Richmond. Good to have you, Stu. What's your beef?
Appreciate you, Jim. Hey, man, I don't understand why there is Braille at a drive-through ATM. Who's using that? Who's letting them people drive? Is it Ray Charles? You ever seen Ray Charles' house? He had neither. Out here, out here.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Have you ever, I love the way he just wedged in some old joke. Have you ever seen Ray Charles' house? He hasn't either. Why do they have Braille on ATM machines? Quote, these people aren't driving? I don't know, dude. Quote, these people? You mean people who are blind? I don't know. On occasion, I see extremely courageous people without high eyesight walking the streets, doing their business, living their life, and by the way, going to the bank. They have banking like those of us who can see. Dude, are they not allowed to have money because they can't see? Are they not allowed to have a bank account because they can't see? And did you really say to me, have you ever seen Ray Charles's house? Neither has he. Come on, man. The beef segment, 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Tennessee. And I always say it during the beef segment, one of the things I love best, all 50 participate. Beefs from everywhere. Tennessee. Amos in Tennessee. Amos, what's your beef?
Hey there. Right now, Giannis is probably at the facility making himself better. Can you say the same thing about James Harden? James Harden's probably laid up at Magic City eating the buffet food, waiting for his turn. But what a terrible person. You know, how can you watch the Phillies and their fans and how they get behind that team, and specifically Bryce Harper? And if you're James Harden, how could you not want to do them proud? I'll answer that question for you, because the only person he cares about is himself. How can he go over to China and blast Daryl Morey? Most of those people probably had no idea what he was saying. But he wanted to do it because it was in James Harden's best interest. That's not a call. No.
Amos.
You don't like that call.
Amos, what did you not understand about get in, get out? State your beef. Get in, get out. Like, that's a good call for the radio program, but not for the beef segment. His beef is with James Harden. No, you're right. What does he care about? Nothing other than him. 1-800-636-8686. Why don't we try Montana? Love that state. Mark in Montana. Good to have you, Mark. What is your beef?
Hey, Jim, I work for a small recycling company in the Flathead Valley, and my beef is with the people who put their dirty diapers in the recycling bins. That's just gross. Out.
Kind of gross. Definitely gross. Where do they go? Is that not recyclable material? Or is that just garbage? Yeah. I don't know. Does it depend on whether or not it's soiled or full? I don't know if that's recyclable. I mean, if you work for a recycling company and you've got a beef, then probably it's permitted there to go into normal trash cans, normal receptacles. Let's try Philly. John in Philly. John, what's your beef?
Hey, John.
My homie Romy.
What's up, John?
I work outside, okay? I do all my work outside of customers' homes. My beef is with my customer, who I go up to the front door, little old lady, say, ma'am, I need to use the bathroom. She says, wait here. She comes back with a coffee can, Jim. I had half a mind to leave that can full of something Rex in the ABQ would have been proud of on her front porch. Wore my Phillies. I'm out.
Wow, bro. That's quite a story. Ma'am, may I use your bathroom? I understand that maybe somebody like that, somebody elderly, would be concerned about having a stranger or a vendor in the home. But coming out with a coffee can is something. Would a bucket have been better? That's pretty awesome. That's different. But Chuck, does that qualify as bathroom humor? If it's outside and it involves a coffee can, I'm going to let that slide. 1-800-636-8686. I'll get to your written beefs, or you know what? Maybe I won't. Let's go to Florida. Tony in Florida. Good to have you, Tony. What's your beef?
Hey, Romy, how's it going, brother?
Good, dude. How about you?
My beef is with salesmen that when you ask how much does that cost, and they say, if you have to ask, you really can't afford it. So basically, I am their laughingstock boy back in their bullpit saying, can you believe that line worked on that chump? I'm sorry, Rome, but I just don't want to grab my ankles every time so a salesman gets to put his name on the Employee of the Month down here in sunny Florida. And, I mean, if I didn't ask how much it cost, I never would have had my kid Tyler. I'm out.
It's a fair question, right? Are you trying to sell me something? Yes. Well, yes, I am. Yes, sir. All right. How much does it cost? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. All right. Well, you don't get the sale then. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something I just saw on the screen. 1-800-636-8686. Chalk. He's got several balls up in the air right now. Let's go to Greenville. Matt. Hey, Matt, what's up? What's your beef?
Jim Roll, what's up, man?
What's up, Matt in Greenville?
How's it going? Hey, my beef is with Mr. Nick Sirianni. I went ahead and used his less thinking equals talent takeover advice on my chem exam, and I flunked it. So screw you, Nick. I'm out.
Oh, man. It was not applicable, was it? Well, now you know. Now you know. Less thinking equals talent takeover.
Less thinking equals talent takeover.
Yeah, but it's kind of implied that there has to be some preparation as well. You can't go into a test or a performance or a pitch or anything like that without preparing for it and thinking less thinking equals talent takeover. I know I won't prepare for this at all. This big meeting, this big pitch, this big exam. I just won't think about it. And I'll let my talent take over. If you have enough talent.
Less thinking equals talent takeover.
Let's go to Driftwood. Ben. What's going on, Ben? What's your beef?
Hey, Rome. Thanks for the vine. My beef is with, and while I love all the gambling insights from your show, why can't there just be 1-800 number for the whole country instead of every state having to have their own number? And then also, while I'm on the topic of gambling, why can't the clones get a win percentage from you and the big head to see who's doing better? Thanks, Rome. I'm out.
You got it. In terms of the gambling disclaimer, it's a disclaimer. You have to. It's mandated. We can't just go with the one phone number for every single state. There is legal ease. The lawyers are involved. In terms of why can't we get a percentage to see who's doing better, me or James Kelly? I'll give it to you right now. Kelly's hitting on 54% of his bets, and I'm hitting on 98%. How's that? Does that work for you, bro? How's that for data? Take that for data. How about you just take the information and the content, which is free, and say thank you. And I'll say, you're welcome, Ben. Man, y'all are never happy. Let's try Phoenix. Pete.
You're
welcome. Pete and Phoenix, what's your beef?
Romy. My beef is with all these crappy NFL teams. How the hell are the Cards supposed to get them picks with so many bad teams out there, man? It is terrible. I mean, Carolina, come on, sack up. Let's get a win. And War the Tin Man Kryler having a little bit of heart and showcasing himself late.
Boy, nice job. What's with all these crappy teams out there when Arizona's trying to get the number one pick? Carolina, I'm looking at you. Sack up, man. Get a win. Here's part of the problem, too. Your team isn't as bad as you think it is. Your team has more pride than you think they do. Your team is trying harder than you expected them to try. That's a good call, though. That made me laugh. Should we take the phone now? Let's go to the written beefs. Because I don't want you to get all butthurt again and start crying about how I didn't read your beefs. Actually, I don't care if you do. Hey, Tony. He directed that to me. Hey, Tony. Somebody Tony'd me yesterday. Hey, Tony, my beef is with a coworker sending me a link to watch her and her fat husband trick-or-treating as Tweedledum and Tweedledee-bag at a Disney World Halloween party. Hey, Denise, you're 40, not 8. 40. Warn me replying to her email by sending her a stuck-nut link of Rome reading this beef. Chad from Orlando. Well done, Chad. Good job, dude. Rome, my beef is with Mark Davis dancing. Uncoordinated dudes that look like a ginger Frankenstein should never be allowed to dance in public. I know it's close to Halloween, but nobody wants to see him getting down like it's the monster. Dude, I have to read this. He tags this so strongly that I want to start from the beginning so you get it in its context. His tagline caught me off guard, I'll admit it. Rome, my beef is with Mark Davis dancing. Uncoordinated dudes that look like a ginger Frankenstein should never be allowed to dance in public. I know it's close to Halloween, but nobody wants to see him getting down like it's the Monster Mash. Ugliest dude ever. Will in Richmond. All right, so how do I reconcile that? If personal appearances are not show fodder, then why did I not only allow but laugh out loud at ugliest dude ever? That's a pretty strong statement.
Laugh out loud.
You know how ugly you have to be the ugliest dude ever? Nice job, Will. Nice job, Will. Hey, Chuck, I don't know. Not good on you. These are actually better than the calls. Let's see. Can we keep it going? At Scott is that guy. My beef is with people that I went to high school with hitting me up on the socials, trying to get me to invest in their pyramid schemes. Hey, loser. There's a reason why I haven't talked to you since graduation. Scam the suckers in your friend circle with your snake oil. All right, sidebar quickly. There was a kid that I went to high school with. Everybody hated this kid. Everybody hated this kid. Everybody. And sure enough, years later, and I'm going to argue that it might have been when I was earning the most money I ever had in my career, I got one of those form letters from this kid. And it said, hey, so-and-so, Been a minute. Haven't talked since high school. And it was just a blind letter, form letter. I guarantee I can make you more money than you're making right now. Please call this number and let's talk about it. I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. I don't know if it was a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme or what it was. I just know that I was making more money in that moment than I had ever dreamed possible. And I guarantee that knob that everybody hated could not guarantee that he could make me more money than I was currently making. I feel you, dude. Hey, Scott, you are still that guy. Dear Jim, my beef is with the tool who purports to be a fan of The Who, but says that his favorite song by the band is Teenage Wasteland. Hey, idiot! It's Baba O'Reilly, not Teenage Wasteland. The chick who says her favorite Pretenders song is I'm Special thinks you're a dimwit. Good point, Mike. As a gigantic fan of The Who, and Baba O'Reilly is a top 10 song ever, I agree with you. Jim, my beef is with certain TV commercial where a walking, talking box of excrement is giving me advice. If I wanted advice from a walking, talking box of excrement, I would have asked the wife? Damn, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, I have no idea what commercial you're speaking of, but that is not a nice thing to say about the wife. Jim, I got a beef with my neighbor's cat. Stop the feline from leaving paw prints on my windshield, or he's going for a ride, if you know what I mean. Sammy in H-Town. That's bad, dude. Taking, quote, animals for a ride and dropping them in another neighborhood? Otter Creek 77. My belief, this is not the belief segment, this is the beef segment. It says my belief. Hey, you know how this goes. Once a week. Old Trapper belief. Belief jerky. You can belief on anything you want. Good, bad, sports, non-sports. My favorite belief jerky. Dude, it's not the belief segment. It's the beef segment. Now you're done. No. When I have a what's your belief segment, then I'll read that. This says, what, do you think I should read that? My beef is with glitter. Most recently, my daughter got a Halloween costume that has glitter on it, and I keep finding it all over. Every time my kids get anything with glitter, I find it everywhere. The bathroom, the living room, the car. Well, pretty much everywhere you can think of. I will not get glitter ever again when I don't have kids. Go away, glitter. Brantley in Eugene. Hey, Jim. My beef is with my neighbor who decorated his front yard for Halloween with a bunch of motion sensor crap. Now, anytime anyone walks by or drives by, it sounds like somebody is being murdered with a chainsaw in the haunted mansion by the cast of Nightmare Before Christmas. And the dude leaves it on all night long. Come on, bro. Mike in La Quinta. Hey, Rome. My beef is with shrimp boils. Congratulations. You boiled a bunch of bland food together and beat it over the head with Old Bay seasoning and ate it straight off the table. All of those ingredients are way better cooked separately in their own way. Shrimp boils suck. Derek in Des Moines. Haven't heard that one before. Hey, Jim, my beef is with people who drag their feet. What are you doing? Are your shoes too big? Are your feet too heavy? Pick up your feet and move on. Jake in Reno County. Oh, check it out. Look who made an appearance. Drew in West LA. I got a beef with hot dental hygienists. I want to spit heavy game at you. not have you inspect my severe plaque buildup and receding gums. It's embarrassing, Rome. It's true, dude. It's true. Probably the odds were stacked against you anyway, Drew. But you trying to spit game with horrible hygiene, that ain't going to play. Amber. Romy, my beef is with the dude who wanted the little old lady to let him in to wreck her toilet. Were you also going to bring in some Clorox bowl cleaner with you? I don't blame her. You're nasty. War Lady clones. Amber rules. So Amber's the first one with a response to a previous beef. Travis G. Hey, Rome, my beef is with everyone that purposely slows down to stare at a car crash scene, which is already pulled off to the side of the road, resulting in even slower traffic on the freeway. Keep moving, people. Yeah, but dude, then we won't see what happened. Guilty. How can I rubberneck if I don't rubberneck? Let's see here. A couple of calls and we'll walk it off. Let's go to CJ in Oxnard. CJ, what's your beef?
What's up, Tony? My beef is with the tool bags that keep messing with big head bets. All right. Now, I know you had your trip to Colorado, so I'm assuming that's the reason we didn't get them. But everybody stopped messing with it. Me and my brother had to go rogue this weekend. Got our teeth kicked in. All right? Peace and love, Romy.
Peace and love, brother. Thank you.
Brother.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for not hating to hate. Thank you for appreciating free money, found money. See, this is what you get. We didn't do it on Friday. CJ said we didn't get big head bets because you weren't here, Rome. So me and my brother did it on our own, and we got our teeth kicked in. He gets it. 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Dave in Kansas City. Dave, what's your beef?
Thanks for taking the call, Jim. I got beef with ungroomed nose hair guy. You do have a mirror at home, don't you? Clean that stuff up. You look like an idiot. War peace. I'm out.
My dude. Have you seen that one ad that pops up on various sports websites where there's some dude with a beak and he's got like this gigantic like afro growing inside of his beak? And you can't get away from it. It's jarring. I'm like, damn. What? Can't they at least let me know that thing's coming? Like I'll click in. Bam, there it is again. Right in my face. Right in my face. Nice job, Dave. Why don't we walk it off with this guy? Why not, right? Ryan in Sacktown. Ryan, what's your beef?
Hey, what's up, JR? My beef is actually with you, man. I love your restaurant, and the ribs are really, really good, but you guys don't put enough sauce on them, and you also don't give out enough wet napkins at Tony Roma's, man. Can you do something about that for us? Thanks.
Yeah, I can do something about that. Go ahead, Alvin. So dumb, Ryan.
You don't like that kind.
He has a beef. Hey, Romy, I got beef with your rib restaurant. Tony Roma. That used to be a spot now. I used to hit that spot in the valley all the time. Are they still a thing? Are they still around? How is it, Chuck? Yeah, DJ and I would hit that in the valley back in the day. That was fun in the 818. All right, that's it. There are still people on hold, but we're going to walk it off on that. Well, by the way, Chuck, I don't know that I want to walk it off on Ryan in Sacktown. In fact, I know I don't want to walk it off on Ryan in Sacktown.
Oh, Johnny boy.
Oh, Rhino. Let's see here. Not a good written beef. Let's just go to Austin. Josh in Austin. Josh, what's your beef?
All right. So my beef is with all these Ranger fans going out, and half of them are wearing Des Bryant jerseys, and they're all strutting around. They just need to get used to this, and we're taking it in 6. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Josh. That made it better. Dude, I didn't know it was possible, but I think you might have been worse than Ryan. Yeah, see, now I'm chasing. This is what's known as chasing. Because I didn't want to end with Ryan, so I went to Josh. And then Josh was worse than Ryan. No offense, Josh. So now I want to end with somebody else, so I don't end with him. And now I'm just chasing. I'm going to cut my losses short. Let's get out. Let's have some discipline here.